What's up, guys? This is Acid Roots. So I've got an MGK review to do, and I'm just going to talk about the Binge EP that came out last fall. So MGK kind of shot some subliminals at Eminem on a Tech Nine song, and you can find that song off of Planet. So that's the 2018 album. Eminem responded and dropped a surprise album with Kamikaze, and then MGK proceeded to drop Rap Devil, which, that's his best charting song besides the song he did with Camila Cabello, which was, I think, like Bad Things or something like that. I reviewed Bloom, his last full album. I reviewed that back in the summer of 2017, but I remember not having too much taste for it. I kind of felt like it was passable, but he kind of came back to form with this Binge project. Even though most people would say it has a lot to do with Rap Devil, there's actually quite a few other songs on here. I mean, well, there's only 8 songs, but out of the songs that are on here, I do feel like, he did basically have some other moments. I'm just trying to bring up the album real quick. Got Spotify open, so yeah. Basically, I mean, most of these songs just have like 2 verses and a nice hook on there. But the main thing is, first I'm just going to talk about Rap Devil and the single. So, yeah, Rap Devil is essentially a diss song that, most of the time diss songs are just kind of like a spare song that you download, kind of like Hit 'Em Up by Tupac, how that wasn't really on a project. I mean, you could say it was on his, greatest hits album that came out after he died, but when he was alive, it wasn't on anything. It was too bad. I would have liked to see that on a project just because, yeah, I do think well, that's just a different tangent. So, but the Rap Devil went toe to toe with Eminem, and there were folks who were saying it packed a punch. He had some decent barbs at Eminem, even though people thought, Eminem annihilated him with Kill Shot, and that's kind of up in the air. I never listened to that song last year, and I still haven't listened to it yet. The main reason why is because Eminem just doesn't pick good beats anymore, and I'm kind of curious as to whether or not. I mean, I know the lyrics are probably on point. I've seen enough feedback to the point where people said that he basically trashed MGK, but if the song is actually not better than Rap Devil, I'm not so sure I agree with it. And but we'll just have to see. I know that the lyrics are going to be better than Rap Devil, but once again, that's not everything. So, but there was an extra single that came out on Binge, and that was the song Lately. And this is a good song. I mean, I definitely have a taste for this song just because the way it just has such a haunting feel to it. It really sounds like a kind of grim and just uh, desolate sounding song, and the hook is good on there also. I mean, it kind of is a mixture between like a trap song and MGK. It almost feels like he's halfway singing all the way through it. I actually bought this song just because I was interested, just because I thought if he dropped a video, it must be decent. I was really interested in seeing how he would follow up this project. It didn't chart. It's been several months later. But this is basically the second most popular song off of the album Binge. I guess you could say Loco is, but I think Lately's better. Loco basically sounds more like a trap song, kind of like his Till I Die off of General Admission. MGK does do trap. I haven't paid too much attention to that, but I know that he does kind of occasionally do trap music. And but there are actually some other hits. So I'm just going to talk about those. Of the 8 songs, the last 3 songs just kind of come off as like trap rewrites that don't really pack as much punch. I mean, to say Rap Devil is the best song is one thing, but he does manage to back it up, which is surprising for MGK, because most of the time he has problems getting past like the second single, but he did do it. GTS, or Going Through Shit's pretty good. I mean, rather than I know that's kind of a descript word, but the thing is a lot of these songs on here, lately, GTS, Nylon, they do actually, I mean, the production works on it, but then on top of that, uh, just the feel to them just has a lot better. I mean, it beats Bloom, I think. From what I remember of General Admission, it beats a lot of those. He's not really doing rock rap this time around. He just kind of stuck to trap and kind of more brooding music. That's kind of the feel to it. It just has like a real grim feel throughout the whole album. But I like the execution. I mean, the execution just improved. I mean, that's why I think this is one of his better projects. It's up there with his old mixtapes and uh, his 2012 album. What was it called? Lace Up. Yeah, so it's up there with those. I mean, I think Rap Devil's better than Wild Boy, and I definitely think Lately's better than like Invincible or the follow-up singles to uh, Lace Up. So it's kind of the main thing there. But yeah, the first 5 songs that you hear really kick ass. I mean, that's the thing about it. Long time coming. This felt kind of like an intro. Loco, Going Through Shit, Rap Devil, Nylon, Lately, all of those just work extremely well. I think really if you're just going in looking for just like a song as good as Rap Devil, you might be disappointed, but just kind of go in with just kind of more of a feel that you would get from someone like Lil Jon, who you kind of have to like rap a little bit more so to appreciate him, or to appreciate them, those type peoples. Snoop Dogg's kind of casual rap, uh some of these folks, but I would probably say like Ti or uh Trey Songs, just different people that you have to be more into hardcore to like. Once you get past just not liking casual, it just becomes better. I'd say for the average white person who just found out about MGK just like a couple months ago just because of Rap Devil, yeah, I can see where people would come from where they'd say that this album sucks besides that, just because that was his only charting song. And, once Eminem demolished him, quote unquote, that's kind of where it came in. But for if you look past that, there's actually some pretty good lyrics. I mean, MGK doesn't really do lyrics as much on this project as more as he's trying to do songwriting. I felt like the songwriting was just better. It has, because like on the song Lately, he's not really trying to be a lyricist. He just rhymes like one syllable words, but it just is the feel to it that just improves. So that's kind of where I was coming from there, and I think Going Through Shit kind of had that same thing. It was the same stuff with Loco. It just is the songwriting has just gotten better. So that's why folks thinking, oh, I want another song like Rap Devil where he's just being lyrical and just doing like the Lil Wayne or 2 Chainz type vibes. I mean, it just doesn't come off as simple as that. But yeah, so I would definitely say I'm gonna give this album like a 6.5. Just because over half the album works, and as far as like the bad moments, I just feel like maybe the trap. I mean, I know MGK can do it, but I just kind of thought the trap moments were, some of them just didn't quite work out as well. I mean, you just listen to it and you say, am I going to listen to this like another 3 or 4 times or 5 or 6? Or supposing I buy it, am I going to skip to that song just depending upon what you do? It's hard to explain as to more why I don't like it. It just doesn't feel as memorable. I mean, I read some of the reviews on this project and they basically said, the best thing about this project was the Rap Devil, but for folks who are hardcore fans who are trying to say, well, when am I going to listen to this? I mean, there's songs that deliver on that front, but then there's just as many that, or there's a handful that don't. So I just feel like the last stretch of the project was probably where that comes in. But if you do like trap music, if you're just a complete fan of trap and that sort of thing, it should just go over extremely well. But yeah, I would definitely say the songs that you should check out, right after Rap Devil would be Lately, Loco, and Going Through Shit. Those would be the ones probably in that order too. And I would just say, I mean, this album does far better than Bloom, does far better than for the most part, general admission. It just, you need to give this a listen.